Dion, can you do a little exercise for me?
Like what's the exercise?
It's an imagination exercise. Close your eyes
Okay.
and envision yourself in Salt Lake City. You're in
I'm a Provo guy. I'm a Provo guy.
you're en route to a Utah Jazz game this upcoming season.
Am I leaving Provo?
You have left Provo, yes.
Okay, I like that. I'm a
Uh,
Provo.
you are you're in the Jazz arena. You pick up your popcorn, your beverage of choice. You make your way to
I don't think they sell my beverage of choice.
you make your way to the seats, and before the game even starts, chants ring out. Tank, ace, tank. Tank, ace, tank.
Listen, I should be the Utah spokesperson. I compared Ryder to AJ. I came up with Tank Ace Tank. If the state of Utah wants to adopt me, I'm open. I like to say this a lot. I'm for sale, man. I'm for sale. Highest bidder. Right now the bidding's at zero. So if anybody can come up with $1, I'm for sale.
So let's get to the player that this video is about. Do you have anything about John Tonje as the state of Utah director of branding?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's like if you squint, you really aren't paying attention at all. You don't really know what you're watching. Then he's Ace Bailey.
I have a I love that you tied in the Utah to Utah comp. I have one that I think you will enjoy. I like to call him Desmond Plane, um, just because he has the exact same build as Bane. He's supposedly a really good shooter. I don't know. I'm not gonna throw out the E word, but he was near elite, All American this past season, averaged over 19 points a game on a tournament team. Also had a good bit of assists, like can do some of that playmaking that again would tie into the Desmond Bane comp, but he's just the like bad version of him. It's just tough for me to get excited about his NBA potential. I was doing some research ahead of time. Apparently he was crushing the workouts. Like that was apparently there were supposed to be a lot of teams that were high on him in the second round. Yet he fell kind of far. I don't know what to believe about that with how good his workouts were. His age certainly works against him in that sense, where it's like if you're, of course, he's going to look better compared to one and dones or to younger prospects that are coming through the Jazz building. He's already 24. He played 6 years of college basketball. One of those seasons, played fewer than 5 games, I believe, or maybe it was right at six at Missouri before transferring to Wisconsin this past year. Look, for me with Tonje, he was a joy to watch this past season. He was an absolute bucket. He did more than just foul bait. I know that was kind of the concern early when he had 41 against Arizona. That dude was foul baiting like crazy, but was a legit give him the ball, get out of the way type of player for most of Big Ten play, and it was a lot of fun to watch. It's just when I look at even the way his production dipped later in the season inside the arc, he had a crazy shooting game against UCLA in the Big Ten tournament. But aside from that, production dipped across the board, but really inside the arc down the final few games into the postseason. I question some of the athleticism concerns. Like, can he translate and finish at the rim against better length? I don't know. It's really tough for me to see a world where he's still in the league a few years from now. But where are you at on Tanje? Do you believe in his ceiling any bit more than I do?
Well, what's a few years?
Let's say, will he be in the NBA 5 years from now?
Johnny Davis still in the league?
No.
Then no. I
Johnny
think
Davis was like a true blue bust. Like no reason. I saw a tweet about that a few weeks ago. There was like no off the court stuff, no injuries. He was just bad at basketball.
it's tough. I don't think he's still in the league that long. Um, However, I think this is a guy that's going to win a G League MVP, or like a Euro League MVP or like a CBA MVP. Like, I don't think he's an NBA guy, but when you talk about the best players like that aren't in the league. I don't know if you're going to be able to name five better players that aren't playing NBA, like obviously that aren't playing college. Like, let's not be funny in the comment, like AJ DeBance. Like, man, no, I'm talking about like professional players that aren't playing in the NBA. Like, I don't think you're going to be able to name five better players than John Tonje that aren't playing in the NBA.
Mhm.
So I think it's one of those situations where Utah got a guy that might stick. Might. I think it's far-fetched. But if you're one of the five best players that isn't in the NBA, you're a phenomenal basketball player,
Mhm.
right? And I think there's dudes that are being taken. I mean, the Warriors took Alex, I believe his last name is
Tui.
Tui.
Yeah.
from Australia. I'm not sure if he ever plays. Like I don't I think that was just like, hey, we have two second round picks. We really don't want one of these. So we're gonna take this guy. I said the same about Boston Celtics with Hugo Gonzalez. So like if you're Utah, given like what's going on around you, you were able to get a guy that like he might stick. And if he doesn't, you still took a guy that's like an elite basketball player on a professional level, regardless of where he plays. And I think that's a good pick this late. I mean, when you're picking in the second round, late in the second round, like you aren't picking guys expecting them to play. You're picking guys and you're hoping they're going to play. And I think the hope that you have for John Tonje is bigger than the hope that you have for other guys in the same area being picked.
I think that's a really good point. That's a really nice way to put it where, yeah, let me be clear. I don't dislike the pick at 53. It's like, who cares? You can't, they're the only player notable you can name who was drafted at the 53, or maybe it was 54 last year was Bronny. Like you can't, it's not like that 54, 53 range usually yields all these notable players. So yeah, I get the pick entirely. I'm just saying, like in terms of analyzing who John Tonje is as a pro, where will he be 5 years from now? I just don't really see it. Would love to be proven wrong just because he was really fun to watch this past year and had some, again, maybe there is some legitimacy to him crushing these workouts. I just always come back to some of the athleticism concerns, plus him being 24 this past season. Dion, here's a stat for you. He attempted 254 free throws this year at Wisconsin. His highest in 5 previous years was 130, his last season at Colorado State. That to me, like so much of his production, that's the one fear is it just screams outlier, and I hope it's real. I hope he gets a chance to show it. He probably will, considering like the Jazz are probably aren't looking to win anytime soon. So I get the logic, Utah Jazz. I get the logic from the front office, Wisconsin fans who are tuning in. I just wouldn't expect much out of it.